Okay, here a video on doing a knockdown stitch. I was asked by one of my subscribers to do an knockdown stitch with the offset, uh, with a dynamic offset. But I really don't recommend to use the dynamic offset because that will give you most of the time, if you are in certain shape areas, that it will give you a lot of errors. So then you have to spend a lot of time on fixing up errors. So there are a few other ways that you can also create a knockdown stitch. I have here a few different pieces of designs, and what you can quite easily do is you just go and take your Bezier tool and just go and create a shape around your shape, and we don't have to make anything curved or anything. So now we have this. Then we go to node select tool, and we can go easy, make the selected nodes auto smooth. Oh, we have to first go and select all the nodes for a moment. So selecting all the nodes just by drawing a box around it, and then we go and make selected nodes all smooth. And there you have, just like that, and you have a shape. Can give it a fill. Don't set a stroke to none, and go and bring it to the bottom. And the color fill, I'm just using a color what is a little bit outstanding, but you would want to have that color as close as possible to your fabric where you're going to be sewing it on. And here too, you can just click that and you can drag the nodes if you want to have certain areas a little tighter or wider or curved. You can just manipulate all the nodes and then go an extension, ink stitch, troubleshoot object, and then most of the time you should not have any issues with the validity of the object. And that is the same with working with text. You also have there an option that you can create a shape. This may overlap a little bit here, but that's okay for now. Say we have a polygon, then you can set how many corners you want, and that is also pending on what your design is like. But say we just draw a little polygon here and select it, make a little bit of a placement, and now we want to make an adjustment to it. So what we can do is path. Since it is a shape, we have to go object to path, and then we can go node select tool, and we can go and select these nodes. We can drag them over, so now we can drag them in any direction we want. If I'm holding down the control key, now we can drag it on the horizontal axis, or once the mouse is in a different position, we can drag it in a 45-degree angle, and we can place it wherever we want to have it. And there too again, same thing, then bring it to the bottom, and extension, ink stitch, troubleshoot object. All selected shapes are valid. So it is as easy as 1, 2, 3. If you want to follow the contour of the text better, then what you can do is, and just with the Bezier tool, and just drag your shapes around to whatever form you want. And there too again, after the creation, select the nodes and select auto smooth, and there you have a nice curved area. Give it a fill, bring it to the bottom, and all done. Then all you need to do is extension, ink stitch, troubleshoot objects, and they're all good. And then you have to watch for a moment that you're setting the stroke to none, and then you just go and run the params, ink stitch, params, and then you can go and set the spacing, depending how the spacing, we can go and set it, say 2 mil. There also you wanna watch how you're setting it, where to start. You can set your start and end position, and if you want to go and a different angle, you want to watch that also with the angle of the most of the stitches of your design, so that you don't get that the stitches are penetrating in between and disappearing. So you may have to play a little bit with that. And now you can see you get a, now I turned off the underlay, and what we're getting now is you don't see any of, let me turn it back on for a moment. Now you can see there are some extra cross lines going across, and if you turn off the underlay, now we do not have any extra cross lines going across. So for that reason, it sometimes is nice that we go and create 2 layers and apply both the filled stitch and not the underlay. And then all you do is select it and duplicate it, and bring that one also to the bottom, and then the one layer, okay, I will just go and drag the one out of the way, and I'll give that one a different color. And then what you can do is you can set the stitch angle on the one shape. You can say if you want to have that at 0, and we go here to 2 mil, and turn off the underlay. Oh, that one doesn't, the autofill So the fill angle may have to do also with where the lines are lining up. Here you can see there is a line going all the way across, but you can also change that by the setting fill command on where to start. Or if you go here, the manual routed stitching, there we're at 0. Now we go to 45. There you can see we don't get these extra lines going across, so you want to watch that a little bit on how you're setting that up. And there you go. There you have the one at the 45. And then I'll quit this one. And cancel. And then this one, you would, gotta make sure I have the right one. You'd want to have that one at a different angle. And there you can go, same thing, check your distance, what you want, and autofill, turn off the underlay, and now we turn off the automatic routed fill stitching, and there you can see we hardly get any cross lines going. So there too, the angle depends what we want, what kind of look we're gonna have from the one on top of the other. We can go there, a different angle. So you got to play with that a little bit and do a few tests, and that way you find out what will work the best for you. It will depend on the high pile fabric what you're using, depending on the length of the high pile. So sometimes you can get away with a fairly wide stitch, and sometimes you have to go with a narrower stitch in order to get the right undo. So there you have a shape there, and there too again. Here if you have a different floral design for in a corner of a towel or so, there too again, use the Bezier tool and draw your shape around it, and you can create it as big as you want or as tight as you want, but just play with the placement, and then you can go and manipulate some of the nodes. And just depends on how tight you want it. And then if you want to, you can use there too again the auto smooth, give it a fill and bring it to the bottom. And there you go, as easy as 1, 2, 3. And if you want to have say this edge, you want to have it nice and smooth, then what you can do is you can delete a few of the nodes, and you can make that one a corner node, and then you get a nice straight edge there. And that is the same here along this side. If you want to, you can delete that node. You can manipulate it with the handles, or you can go and change the type of node you're gonna have. Make the selected node a corner node, make it a smooth or symmetrical, or make it auto smooth. So it just depends what you want, and just play with it and have fun. So I hope this will help you, but like I said, it can be done with a dynamic offset, but I really discourage that. And instead of a dynamic offset, I would sooner use the path effect. Let me see, maybe I can do that with, I can get this one here for a moment, and I can see it. That's path effect. Then I would go and use the offset. That way you also have control over your offset. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of already because of the design I'm using. So I'll have to, then I have to use it here with the text here, there, with the text. I'll delete this one for a moment. Edit, undo, delete that one, delete this one, and let's take the knockdown, take that down for a moment. This is still a text object, so then I would go and object to path, and then try the offset. No, I should go and have to make a copy, duplicate, and I'll just move the one text out of the way for a moment, and we can change there the color for a minute. Why? There we go. Now we have a color change, and then we go plus. And then we go look for the offset, and now we create an offset. Let's say we go 10. Let's see what happens. And there you have an offset. And now I will go and path, object to path, make sure. Then what I'll do is extension, ink stitch, troubleshoot object. And as you can see, that's what I did with the offset, and there is all kinds of problems Oh, it's not zooming in. All kinds of problems with border crossing itself. And then we have to go into the node select, and you can see there is nodes all over the place. Still, also there are different objects since they were all different letters. So there, what you can do is select the different parts and then union, and we have to make sure that we select them. Path, union, shift, path, union, path, union, path, union. Okay, but still, even though we did the union, and here is one yet. There are all these individual nodes hanging around, and that is all from the creating the offset around the different letters. And then you're gonna have that lines are crossing each other. So then you have to go through all of this, and you gotta spend a fair bit of time cleaning up a lot of the nodes, and some of them they will not even really give you a node because of the offset. And let's go and delete the troubleshoot, and let's go and okay, there's a few nodes yet. Okay, now we'll go and try to do another check if everything is okay. And there you can see there is another one here yet that is also a loose node hanging around. And now we'll delete that one again. And now we'll check it again. Extension. And there is one yet, as you can see. So I'm not going to continue any further because it could be quite time consuming to go constantly through the troubleshooting. And like I said, I really discourage about using the offset because you're having a lot of unconnected pieces and nothing but time consuming effort, so you're better off and just draw a box around it. Okay, hope this will help you, and have fun digitizing, and hopefully we'll hear from you soon again. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.